Hello friends, welcome into today's class. This is a full body Vinyasa style class, so as always, at any point in today's class, feel free to take a rest, whether that be in child's pose or down dog, or whether you just want to lay on your mat, whatever that looks like for you. And we'll go ahead and just get right into it. So let's meet in a seat on our mat. Nice comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Palms can be face down on the knees, face up on the knees, at heart center, wherever we can get settled in best today. Maybe you allow your eyes to feel heavy and let them close. And we'll take 3 deep breaths together to start our practice. So inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale it all out through the mouth. 2 more just like that. And if you set an intention as part of your yoga practice, now would be a great time to do so. On your next inhale, arms up overhead. Full body stretch, taking up space. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand meets the right knee, right fingertips are behind us. Inhale to focus on creating length, sitting up tall. Exhale, maybe you can deepen your twist. 1 more breath like that. On your next inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand meets the left knee, left fingertips go behind us. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. 1 more like that. Inhale, create length. And exhale, maybe you twist deeper. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, right palm or the forearm meets the mat to the right of us for a side stretch. Left arm elongates overhead, opening the chest to the sky, or maybe you find some movement, rotating chest down and up for a nice shoulder massage. Inhale. Exhale, walk your fingers over to the other side, holding in any places that feel tight. Inhale, side stretch to the left. Maybe you find stillness, or maybe you take these rotations. Some days for me, I like to find stillness, and some days I do not want to be still. So today's feeling like a movement day for me. Inhale. Exhale, walk your fingertips out in front of you. Maybe you come up to the fingertips or you're still on the palms. Just finding a nice fold to feel a stretch in the armpit muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, walk those fingertips towards you as you sit up. And then we'll meet in a tabletop. So get on your hands and knees. Hands are stacked below the wrists below the shoulders. And hips are stacked below the knees. I didn't say that right, but I think you'll know what I mean. And then we'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, arch the back, open the chest. Exhale for cat, rounding through the spine, pushing through the mat to really feel that distance you're creating between the shoulder blades. Inhale for cow. And go through a few of these at your own pace, to your own breath. Exhaling to cat and inhaling to cow. You can even find some circles here. You don't have to stay so 1D. You can take some hip circles, move side to side, get some nice healthy pops out. And when we're ready, we'll meet in that neutral tabletop. Inhale, plant your left palm in the center as you peel the right hand up, 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 taking up space. And exhale, thread the needle. Place the outside of your right shoulder and the right side of your head to relax on the mat. And you can use your left fingertips here to support you, or you can even push deeper into the mat to help deepen your twist. Inhale. Exhale all of it out. Inhale, plant your left palm. Begin to come up as you push through the left palm and peel that right hand back up. Exhale, flip the grip. Right hand replaces the left. Inhale, peel that left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle as you find, thread the needle on this side. Taking a couple deep breaths here. On your next inhale, plant the palm, peel the left hand back up. And then exhale, plant both palms in tabletop. And here, go ahead and curl your toes. And then hover your knees just about an inch or two off the mat for hovering cat. Feel your core start to fire up. Holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, pressing up to down dog in 2, 1, release, press up to down dog. Beautiful. Maybe take some pedals of the legs here. Find your dog, find your distance, your stance that works for you today. Inhale, gaze between the hands to look up, bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold. However that looks for you to get there, whether you hop, step, float. Meeting in a forward fold, you can grab the opposite elbows here for ragdoll. Bend the knees as much as feels good. Maybe you sway side to side. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands at heart center. We're going to start to find our flow. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. You can plant your palms, step back. Option to keep the knees lowered or lifted as you take your first chaturanga of the day. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, meet in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms overhead. Maybe you take a slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Find your chaturanga, and we'll all meet in downward dog. So take a deep breath here. On your next inhale, kick that right leg out long for three-legged dog. Exhale, open the hip, send the knee up towards the sky. You can take some hip circles here if that feels nice. If you're taking circles, switch your direction, go the other way. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, hug the knee into the nose and hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to right elbow and hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to left elbow and hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, hug it to your nose as you step it through for high lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Getting settled in here, for taking a few moments. So we want to make sure that our tailbone is nice and tucked. Our hips are square to the front edge of our mat. It may feel like we're pulling the left hip forward slightly and drawing that right hip back. Hands are at heart center or they're overhead. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, opening up to the left edge of our mat. Our heel finds the mat and our foot is angled at a 90-degree angle. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Fingertips reaching forward and back to really create space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flip your front palm. Reach forward, up and back for a reverse warrior. Here, your left hand can travel down your leg or it can find the small of your back. Inhale. Exhale, send it forward, extended side angle. Our right palm either meets the mat or we hover the fingertips, or we can also place our elbow right on that right thigh for added support. And left fingertips reach up towards the sky in whichever variation we are in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Careful not to lock the knee here for triangle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to press up through that front foot and come up to reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, send the right foot back, and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one deep breath here. On your next inhale, send that left leg up for three-legged. Exhale, open the hips and the knee up towards the sky. Maybe you take your circles. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, hug knee to nose, hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to left elbow, hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to right elbow and hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, step it through for high lunge as you hug it into your nose. And take those arms overhead with balance. So noticing how it may feel different on this side. Again, we want to do our checks, making sure our tailbone's nice and tucked. Hips are square, shoulders are down away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, opening up to the side. Heel comes down, toes are pointed to the long edge of our mat. Breathing here. Inhale, flip your front palm, reach forward, up and back, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, send it up to extended side angle. Left palm meets the mat, or we're hovering, or we're here. Wherever we are, just taking a few moments there. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press up through that front foot to come up to reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your palms, send it back. We'll all meet in downward dog. Taking a deep breath here. On your next inhale, send that right leg up to three-legged dog. Exhale, scorpion or wild thing. That's what's in your practice. Allow your right toes to gracefully meet the ground and extend that right arm overhead. Feeling that stretch in the side body. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose and hold. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, step it through. Meeting in high lunge on an inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale for triangle. On your next inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Listen here, we're gonna add on. Inhale for star. So for star, we're standing out with our legs long, arms up, overhead wide, toes pointed out. And then exhale, we're gonna squat down into the hips for goddess pose. So here our knees are open. We're feeling our glutes engage as we're opening the legs. Taking one more deep breath here. Exhale to push out, meet back into star. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, chaturanga. Downward dog. Take one deep breath here. Inhale, three-legged dog, left side. Exhale, scorpion or wild thing. Inhale, back to three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose as you step it through. And inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale. Inhale, extended or reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale for star. Exhale for goddess. Maybe you can sink a little deeper. Holding here for just a couple more breaths. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. star. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, find chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths here. I'm actually going to grab some water. That'll be a great time to towel off or grab some water. All right, take one deep breath in. Exhale, open mouth, all of it out. Inhale, right leg goes out long, three-legged. Exhale, wild thing or scorpion. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, step it through for high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess pose. Option to come up on the toes here for an added challenge. Stay here for two more breaths. Exhale, meet in star. And take a breath in, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Listen here, adding on one more thing. Exhale to plant your palms slightly in front of your foot as you kick up and find standing splits. So really drawing the chest towards the thigh, using the glutes to send that left leg up high. For an added challenge, you can try to grab onto the ankle or the calf with one foot, maybe both, or one hand, maybe both hands. Also, if handstand is something you're working on or something you want to work on, now is a great time to try out some L hops. And send your weight forward up till you're on the ball of that right foot and give yourself a little kick or a little hop. And from our standing splits, exhale to plant that foot slightly behind us for pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift, create space in the spine and length. Exhale, fold. Pulling that right hip back, that left hip forward, keeping the hips nice and square. On your next exhale, plant your palms, send the left foot all the way back, followed by the right, and find your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open mouth, all of it out. One more. Inhale, left leg out long. Exhale, scorpion or wild thing. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, step it through. for high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to star. Exhale, squat down, goddess pose. Remember, you can come up on the toes here. Staying here for 4, 3, for 2, and 1. Press up. Find your star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms. Gently kick up for half splits on this side. Option to stay here or take your L hops for handstand practice. I always hold my breath when I handstand. Try not to do that. The breath is so important. And then exhale, plant that foot behind you for pyramid. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And send that right foot on an exhale all the way back, followed by the left, and chaturanga. And we'll meet in a child's pose. Grabbing your water or your towel. Taking a few moments here just to catch our breath, settle back in. And inhale, walk those fingertips towards you. As you sit up, then find a seat, swinging the legs out beside you. And we'll take those legs out wide for a wide-legged forward fold. Feet are flexed, thighs are active and engaged. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, walk those fingertips as far forward as feels good for your fold. Maybe you come down to the forearms. Inhale, walk those fingertips towards you. And we'll take those legs out long in front of us. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, reach for the feet or the shins. You can also use a strap here to wrap around your feet to help you with your fold. Inhale to release and come up. And then we'll find a tabletop. From tabletop, step your right foot through for a low lunge. Option to keep the hands planted here, or you can come up, put The hands on the knee or the thigh. Feeling that nice stretch in our left hip flexor. If you want to deepen your stretch, you can actively press the top of that left foot down against the mat to deepen that stretch in your hip flexor. If you're up on your knee, plant your palms. Exhale, send the hips back for a half split. Toes are flexed towards the forehead. Inhale back to lunge. And exhale, half split. Taking a few of these at your own pace. Inhaling to lunge. Exhale, half split. And from your next half split, heel toe that foot out slightly wider for a lizard lunge. Sink the hips in towards the mat. You can reach back for those left toes with the right hand for a quad stretch. And gently release. Plant both palms, send it back to tabletop. We'll go through that series on the other side. So pull the left foot up and through for low lunge. Hands wherever you'd like. I think I liked it up here. We'll plant our palms. Exhale, send the hips back for a half split. And inhale to lunge. Exhale back to half split. Going through these with your own breath. And from your next half split, heel toe that foot out slightly wider for lizard lunge on the left. You can reach back for those toes for a quad stretch. Exhale, gently release. Plant both palms. Send it back to tabletop. And then we'll meet on our backs, however that looks for you to get there. Almost on our backs, we're going to go into a reclined figure 4. So starting with the right ankle crossing over the left knee. Reach for the back of that left thigh and pull that leg in towards you. Feel a nice stretch in your right glute and your IT band. You can also roll over to the left side. Play around with how that feels, how that alters your stretch. You can even gently push your right knee away if you're wanting to deepen that stretch. When you're ready, we'll go on the other side. So unwrap, take the left ankle over the right knee as we reach for the back of that right thigh. Pull it and leg in. And when you're ready, release. And then reach for the outer edges of both feet for happy baby. Maybe you rock a little bit side to side. Maybe play with straightening one leg, then the other, or maybe both. And then send the left leg back out long. Hug the right knee in. And find supine twist. So send the right knee over to the left side as you keep your right shoulder glued into the mat, gazing to the right. One more breath here. Exhale to slowly take it over to the other side. Hug the left knee in, send the right leg out long. Do supine twist to the other side, keeping the left shoulder glued into the mat. And when you're ready, release. And bring both of the soles of the feet together for reclined butterfly or reclined bound ankle pose. So soles of the feet are touching and the knees are opening out to either side, letting gravity do the work here. Maybe you put one hand over your stomach, one hand over your chest, and breathe into each hand. Notice how that feels differently when you breathe maybe into your stomach versus breathing into your chest. And feel free to stay here for your final resting pose. Or if you'd like, you can send both legs out long and we'll meet in corpse pose or Savasana. Leave the hands where they are, or you can place your palms by your sides facing upwards. Just relax any tension anywhere throughout your body. We'll stay here for a few moments. I will call you out when it is time. Stay here for as long as you need to. Pause this video if you want more time, but if you're ready, we'll begin to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, start to bring awareness back into the body. Gently begin to flutter the eyelids open. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around them, take a big full body hug. And then release, slowly make your way up into a seat. However that looks for you. I'm gonna roll onto one side and then press myself up. Whew. Well, I feel relaxed. I don't know about you all. I hope you all do. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel nice and relaxed and you feel good about showing up on your mat today. If there's anything else you want to work on or any classes you want to see, please let me know in the comments and I will keep that in mind. And yeah, y'all have a great rest of your day. See you next time.